So if you're a bedroom producer that's getting stuck with half-finished projects, then keep watching. Because that's exactly where I was just a few years ago. And I've been producing now for about 10 years, and this is what I've learned. When you're starting out, you need to finish as many average tracks as possible. Not good tracks, average. I know what you're thinking. Quality is more important than quantity. And for those of you who think like that, well, that's kind of true. But as a beginner, you don't really know what quality sounds like yet. So instead, you need to focus on speed and just getting more tracks done. My first tracks were pretty average, to be honest, but because I focused on quantity, the quality has started to improve with every track I finished. So in this video, I will share with you 4 exercises that helped producers like David go from never finishing a single track to finishing 6 in 6 months. And a few other people from my program even went on to play in clubs and festivals and even release the music on their favorite record label. And they all started exactly where you are now, which means there is no reason why you can't get there as well. Now, this is obvious, but if you want to finish tracks faster, you need to produce every day. Now, even if you have the busiest job, you still have 15 minutes a day to make music. Let's be honest, it's all you need. But even if you produce every day, you still will get stuck sometimes, right? So the next rule I'm going to share with you has made such a massive impact on my progress and really helped my clients smash one track after the other. Now, if you feel stuck with your music, what will you do? You will go and learn new techniques. But most producers spend way too much time watching tutorials instead of producing music. And yes, I'm talking about you. So tip number 2 is spend 80% of your time producing and only 20% of your time learning. But let's say that you're spending most of your free time producing music, there is still a big chance that you're wasting loads of time and energy. You want to make those sessions as efficient as possible. Most producers I know have ADHD. Well, almost everyone has ADHD today, come on. But here's a fun fact. Imagine yourself sitting in your studio or in your bedroom producing music, but you're not quite sure about how to load a return track or where in your library is that sample or plugin you often use. So you're constantly shifting between different tasks, producing and other tasks like looking for samples and plugins and whatnot. Every time you jump from one task to another, it can take you up to 25 minutes to refocus on making music. So no shit that you're not making constant progress. What you need is develop a battery-smooth workflow where everything is ready to go and nothing breaks your focus. And I'm not talking just about keyboard shortcuts like other people on YouTube like to tell. You need to start every track from a template with all of your usual channels and synth ready to use. And you need to use plugins that remove any friction from your workflow. Plugins like BIP, Clip Gain, and Shortcut Buddy and Ableton help you record everything to audio, change the volume of any clip, and load any plugin you usually use in a click of a button. All these allow you to focus on being creative and producing music. So tip number 3 is using shortcuts. But tip number 4 is the most underrated tip for finishing tracks fast. This tip helped my client David go from never finishing a track to finishing 6 in 6 months. And it works like this. Now, every time you audition 100 kick samples or scroll through hundreds of serum presets, you are burning time and energy that could have gone into finishing your track. But if you use the same sounds in every track, you also learn which sounds work perfectly together in the mix, and it forces you to be creative with using the same sounds in a bit of a different way every track. And it helps you develop your signature sound, so people will start recognizing your music. So tip number 4 is use the same sounds in every track, or you know what, at least in your next 5 tracks, okay? Now, finishing tracks is not just about a smooth workflow. If you struggle with mixing, arrangement, sound design, coming up with ideas, or just can't finish more tracks, what you don't need is more random tutorials in various topics. What you do need is a complete system that takes you from an empty project to a high-quality finished track every single time. And that is exactly what I teach inside my program. So go now and click on the link below this video to find out everything else you get inside my program. Now, in the next video, I'm going to show you a minimalistic approach for producing music. I'm going to make a track using just one single preset. So I hope you enjoyed this video and looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.